Happy Easter. You might say, Father Bill, that was a week ago. You're all mixed up. But today is the octave of Easter. Octave means 8. Like an octagon is an 8-sided figure or an 8-sided building. So octave means 8. So Easter is such a big, big feast on the Catholic calendar, we can't leave it just to one 24-hour day like last Sunday, Easter Sunday. In fact, if you look at the Catholic calendar, you might see Easter Sunday, then Easter Monday, Easter Tuesday, Easter Saturday. Or sometimes you might say Monday within the Easter octave or Saturday within the Easter octave. So today is day 8. So we have to celebrate Easter for 8 days, actually for 50 days altogether. We'll be celebrating Easter season from now until the 8th of June, the Feast of Pentecost. So it's a great, big, wonderful feast. Now this Sunday also has another name. It's called Divine Mercy Sunday. Now when we hear the word mercy, I think sometimes in the English language it doesn't sound too good. Oftentimes we think of mercy, we think of pity. We're pitying someone, we feel sorry for them. But that's not the best translation of mercy. Mercy means compassion, taking care of other people, being there for others. Now, let me talk to the young people today, and I hope I get a good answer or two from you making your first communion today. Let's just say that you did something not very nice at home. Maybe you were fighting with your brothers or sisters. Maybe you talked back to one of your parents or didn't do something that you were supposed to do. So you did something bad, okay? And the first time you're caught by your mother or father, what do you think their first word to you might be when they caught you doing something bad? Give me an idea what it might be? What? Call your name, then what would they say? They'd say, what were you doing? How about over here? If you were doing something bad, what were you thinking? Well, that's what Jesus should have said when he got to the apostles that night. He'd been dead for 3 days, first time to see them, the day we call Easter Sunday, and he should have said, if I was telling Jesus what to say, I would have given him a different script altogether, but he didn't listen to me. I would have said, shame on you, you lousy apostles. You're horrible. You deserted me on Good Friday. I was dying and you ran away. You don't deserve to be apostles anymore. Get out of here. I'm going to pick a new 12. What did Jesus say? The gospel that Father AJ just read, you know what he said? His very first word? Anyone thinking? You remember? Yes? Peace. Wow. He didn't bawl us out. He didn't say we were in trouble. He said, peace. In other words, we're still friends, aren't we? Hey, buddies, I'm here. Isn't that great? Peace. So that's what mercy is all about. Jesus didn't condemn them. He didn't kick them out. He just said, peace. Now, I'm thinking that when Jesus was in the tomb for 3 days, his soul was still alive, of course, like all of our souls will be, and eventually go to heaven. That he must have been thinking, what should I say when I meet them for the first time? I'm going to rise from the dead early Easter Sunday morning. It'll be late afternoon, early evening that Sunday when I see them. What should my first words be? My very first words, risen from the dead. So he must have practiced and rehearsed that, and he simply said, peace. Let's be friends again. Let's forget about what happened Friday afternoon. That's ancient history. That's past. I still love you. Then there was Thomas. Now, Thomas wasn't there. Thomas was one of the 12 apostles, and he wasn't there. And the other 10 apostles, because Judas had already taken his life, sad to say, but the 10 other apostles said, Jesus was here. We saw him. Thomas said, I didn't see him. I'm not going to believe he's risen from the dead until I see him in the flesh. And that's what that picture is on the screens. Thomas kneeling down before Jesus, ready to put his hand into Jesus' side wound. And again, what did Jesus say to Thomas? Peace. Look at Thomas. If you need to look up for the wounds, come here. We're still friends. That's what mercy really means. Mercy means being loving and caring and compassionate and really reaching out to other people. So you're making your first communion tonight. The first time you're going to receive the body and blood of Jesus Christ inside you, literally. Now, that isn't just to say I received another sacrament. So this would be sacrament number 3 for all of you. The first sacrament was baptism. I think all of you have gone to confession, made your second sacrament. And now this is your third sacrament. Says, well, I've checked off 3, 7 more to go, 4 more to go. No, it's not just checking it off. It's what am I going to do? If I have Jesus inside me, you have to take him outside this church tonight when you leave, and to school tomorrow morning, whatever. So that's why we receive communion, not to get us closer to God only, but to bring God who's within us out to others. And so let me ask you a couple more questions. We'll start on this side. What's some way you could bring the love of God to other people? Just give me a suggestion. What's something nice you could do for other people? Yes, please. Help them out with something. Maybe at school, someone's having a tough time with a class or whatever, so be a helper. Anything else? Pray for them, yeah, to pray for people all the time. One more over here. Something nice. You can help with something nice at home. What could you do at home that'd be nice? Be patient. Be passionate. Be passionate. Be passionate. How about something you could do at home? Anything you could do? Pray. I can take it over here. All right, so you heard their answers. What's something you could do at home to be nice? Have your manners and? Like saying thank you. Nice. Have your manners like saying thank you. We don't say thank you enough. That's wonderful. How about at school tomorrow? What's something you could do at school that would be a nice thing to do? Anybody? Be kind. Okay, yeah. Again, sometimes there's students, maybe they don't have too many friends. Maybe they're new at school. Maybe, they're having a bad day at home. So they come to school kind of in a, sad mood. You can go up and say, is everything okay? Can I help you? Whatever. That's what we do. That's what it means to be like Christ. So again, you're going to receive Jesus for the first time today in Holy Communion, and hopefully every Sunday after that, when you come back here, whatever Mass you go to, continue to receive Jesus. So that's why we start the week out with Sunday, receiving Jesus, so we can take him out all the next 6 days to people, and come back next Sunday and do that over and over again. Thank you, and congratulations.